Hello, all you wonderful people. When the idea of Japan comes to mind, there might be three things you think of: cherry blossoms, Mount Fuji, and Godzilla. And today, we're gonna see two of those three. With that establishing shot, we just saw some cherry blossoms. We're not gonna see Mount Fuji, so that means we're gonna see Godzilla. And where Godzilla was made, well outside the city of Tokyo, lies something called Toho Studios, which is where the behemoth Godzilla was born. And it's right over there. In the 1930s, Toho Studios was created. And it wasn't until 1954 when they made two movies that bankrupted them. One being Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, the other being Godzilla. Both these films returned massive profits. And Godzilla went off to be a cultural landmark around the world. As a film fan and someone who's studied films, this is kind of like a pilgrimage. Also, I mean, it's a giant monster. I believe that's the original Showa style Godzilla that was featured in the early 1954 film. And what you're looking at isn't like Universal Studios or anything. These are actual studio sets, sound stages that you could use if you were making films. Also right there, the giant painting of characters from Seven Samurai, another film that bankrupted the studio. This is a real working studio, like right there, the production staff. And if you wanted to get in, well, you better be working here because there are no tours, unfortunately. But right outside the studios is a bronze statue of he himself, the giant lizard, Godzilla, who is named in Japan Godzilla, which is half of gorilla, and Godzilla, which is gorilla and whale. How freaking dope is this? It's so cool. It's probably about the size of the person who was in it as well, who I believe when they first got into the original Godzilla suit could only last about 3 minutes before passing out. Godzilla is a creature that is born out of fear of a nuclear attack. But they say that the actual design of the creature came from two movies, King Kong and The Beast in 20,000 Fathoms. In fact, once you see a picture of the Beast in 20,000 Fathoms and King Kong's body, you can kind of put two together, figure out how they created it. Also, it's a working studio. You can also see Mothra over there guiding people in the parking. And this whole area is literally production central. From actors to sound stages to post-production places. You got it all right here. Here's what I assume is one of the sound stages. They have a river going through their beautiful studio campus, and boy, it looks incredible right now. It isn't quite Hollywood, but you can see some people setting up for some sort of shot there. They've got a whole bus full of wardrobe stuff there. I'm really jealous. I'd like to be a part of that. But the beauty of this area is literally second to none. It's freaking amazing out here. Looks like some scenic going from place to place. Going back into Studio 6, I don't know. It's just making it up as I go here. You can actually see into the staff's cafeteria if you really wanted to as well. There's a better shot of that Mothra right there. And there's an actual entrance into the studio, but I don't want to walk around in there and upset anybody because they'll be like, yeah, I don't think you belong here. And it looks like the facility is really, really big. This is what it looks like on a map, just so you can see it. And if you ever wanted to book this place, if you have a lot of money and you're in Tokyo and you're making a production. There's a lot of caveats to that, isn't there? Even right outside the river, you can see signs that Godzilla was here, obviously marking that this is one of the most popular franchises. And as you walk down, there are more placards that would talk about film. Right there you can see frames, but if you look in the frame, you can see the back. Oh, that's right, Godzilla. But I definitely came on the perfect day to see some cherry blossoms. So much so that they're sticking to my shoes. They're like literally falling all over me right now. I'm like in a John Woo movie if birds were freaking petals. Like I said, there might be three things you think of. If you think about Japan, cherry blossoms. If you look in the post-production room, you'll see Godzilla right there in the poster. And if you look up, you'll see Mount Fuji right in that window right there. Therefore, all the three rings, one shot. It's a stretch, but I got it. But now the sun is dying and I am pretty far from home, so it might be time to hit the train. Just on the word of Godzilla, there are a lot of Godzilla related things out in Tokyo. This might be the hardest thing to come find because it is not in the center of Tokyo or not easily accessed. So if you want to find Toho Studios, you're going to see a picture of Godzilla and a statue of Godzilla and the Seven Samurai stuff. That's about it. But if you want to see some beautiful cherry blossoms for like a week, it's going to be beautiful out here. But besides cherry blossoms, Godzilla, and Mount Fuji, what are the three things you think of when you think of Japan? I'd ask Godzilla, but I don't think he's got much to say. He's kind of frozen in time. You gotta watch out for those claws. Oh, his claws are a little green. That's kind of cool. But as I always say, you can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. Stay groovy and have a wonderful day. Peace. You want to hear my Godzilla impression? Did I do a good job? What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? Maybe? Oh, okay.